Hey guys, how are you? Thank you so much for tuning in to my video today. We're doing a pick a card, as you can see. I don't do these very often, so I'm really hoping that this resonates with everyone. The crystals that we're going to use here to pick our groups are on top of the piles. So pile number 1 here has a pyrite, I believe, golden pyrite. It's absolutely beautiful and it's one of my favorites. I'm obsessed. I just love it so much. Okay. And then pile number 2 here, we have this cute little dainty amethyst. How perfect. Okay. And then last but not least, pile number 3. This is actually a crystal that I cannot remember where I got this or what it is. Oh, excuse me. Wow. This one is jumpy, which makes sense because pile number 3, you guys, this one really had me. That one was some interesting information while I was channeling, okay? So please feel free to pause the video, tune in, try to tune in here with your intuition, whether that be through the crystal, if it's through the number, again, piles 1, 2, and 3. And try to just, like I said, tune into it, go with your intuition here. I don't want you guys to pick for any specific reason, even though if you just like the amethyst, but feel into it if that one is for you. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, guys, I'm gonna put the timestamps down below in the description, so I will see you there. Bye. Pile number 1, hello and welcome. Hope you're doing well. I'm extremely excited to get started on this one. Very excited. I haven't done a pick a card in a while, so here we flippin' go. I do actually have some channeled messages that I am going to focus on first. So I'm going to slide these over here, and I'm going to actually see if I can cover up the other messages with like a card or something, because I don't want y'all to see group number 2. You don't need that, just number 1 here, okay? I'm going to go through them with you, but here they are so you can read along with me. So first and foremost, as I was trying to channel, I heard maybe if you asked nicer, or maybe if you asked more nicely, or something like that. I really feel like you're dealing with a person. Doesn't have to be romantic, but I do feel like there's another person involved here, and that they seem to be just very resistant and kind of, I don't want to use the word toxic, because I do feel like that's really just like overdone, and people say that a lot when they don't need to. But I do feel like this person is just kind of nasty. Like, they're just kind of like not a really great person. It feels like they're not nice to you, okay? And again, this could be roles reversed as well. Keep that in mind. Energy is fluid. And if you're new here, that just means that the energy I'm picking up on could be theirs instead of yours. So you just have to kind of put yourself where it makes sense in the reading. But I really was getting that energy that you are dealing with a person who is not very nice to you. And it's almost like, why you gotta be like that? You know, like, what's your deal? Why are you talking to me like that? Like, for someone to be like, maybe if you ask nicer, it's like, okay, relax. It's giving a sense of entitlement, to be quite honest. It just feels like they're not very nice. I'm just gonna leave it at that, okay? The next thing, you will never get through to them. The energy feels intertwined. So I do feel as though the person that you guys might be dealing with is probably, their energy is connected to yours. So you, how do I put this here? You may have known this person for a very long time, and if you haven't known them for a very long time, it's just that the energy between you and them is really strong, and there could be something karmic there. I think I said in the beginning, and if I didn't, it is feeling very karmic to me because the energy feels very strong. So if you haven't known them for a long time, I'm talking years, like, you know, 7, 8, 9 years, like, do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and for some of you, I'm really hearing the number 10 pretty strongly here. You may have known this person for a decade or more. Could even be a relative, but it feels like it's something karmic that you need to deal with them, because it just, I don't understand why this person is so mean. It feels like there's just resentment and entitlement. So this feels something karmic that you guys are working through in this lifetime, and I believe that we agree to everything before we come here. So this is something that you guys needed to work through, and something that is coming up for you right now, your current energy, okay? So this is something that's probably very relevant in this moment. It could be that there's obviously elements coming from the past because it's karmic, but we're talking about what is the energy currently right now in this moment, okay? Next thing, dreaming of somebody, dreaming of an argument, you can see more clearly here being in dream world or the astral realm, if you will. I feel like what's happening is that you're unable to have a conversation with someone, or you are unable to end something maybe, like in this lifetime, your current life right now. It feels like you're unable to express yourself in the way that you need. So in order for you to actually get that done, your subconscious is almost playing it out for you in your dreams, or your unconscious, what have you, as a way for you to get that release and release your emotions. So it's almost like, the way I was seeing it was you being in dream mode, having that argument or having that difficult conversation, and then having a realization immediately afterwards and going, oh, it's almost like it's easier for you to see clearly there and say, oh, that's not at all what I want. That's actually not at all what I would like to do. I don't want to be treated like this. I don't like that. I don't want that for myself anymore. So that's kind of what I'm feeling like is going on here, because I just got this immediate sense of relief where you go, oh, like I'm perpetuating this cycle as well. Kind of that, you know? And then the last thing, there's this energy about your mind, whether it's that your mind is powerful or it's that your mind is getting in the way. I was feeling more the latter here, where your mind is like the issue, because the way that I was just tuning into your energy here and pulling cards, for you, I said, what does group 1 need to know most right now? Whereas other piles, I said, what do they need to hear most right now? So it's interesting that there's a difference and there's a focus on the mind and knowing. Okay, so this is your mind being powerful, and especially because we're talking about having some sort of argument and seeing more clearly in dreams, this does kind of make me feel like here that your mind might be getting in the way of you being able to finish something, to see something clearly, to end a cycle or something, you know? There's just that point of, okay, the mind is definitely powerful enough where it's almost like it can be used for good or evil. And right now I feel like there's a lot of stress on that, okay? So let's remove this. I am gonna pull the cards now. I'm so excited. One more time, a beautiful look at this pyrite because I'm obsessed with it. Oh, amazing. Okay, so let's get into your cards, all right? So I'm gonna go through one at a time. We got a mix here. I have some oracle cards as well as tarot cards, some of my own oracle cards that I've made having to do with past lives. So we got a mixture here. So number 1, the first thing for you, number 12 could be 3s might be important for you here, but we have Dragon's Horde, protecting the future. And basically what I get with this card, okay, is that, so the dragon protects these very specific things, and those specific things relate, again, to the future, protecting the future. So this talks about not wanting to, say, fill your cup almost for the wrong reasons. Like this card talks about going to retrieve something from the dragon's lair and having to be very honest and having the integrity to say, like, I'm here for this reason. If you are not there to grab something from the dragon's lair, you're here to grab jewels for your own, just for your own kind of purpose that's not very, how do I word this? If it's more of a selfish need, then you will not be able to leave with the things that you're taking from the dragon's lair. Does that make sense? So when you come into here to grab something from this dragon's horde, you need to make sure that there's a reason why you want it. It's almost like, do you have the wisdom? Do you have the knowledge? Do you have the understanding of what you need this item for? And I feel like that is spirit coming in to say, please think about your future when you are making choices, especially if it is in regards to another person, especially one that you have any sort of karmic ties with, okay? So this is being really mindful about what you are choosing to bring forward. And again, not to be a broken record, but especially karmically speaking. Because if you are bringing that with you, what is it doing for you when you bring it forward? Are you gaining anything from that? Are you choosing something that doesn't really fill up your cup? It's almost like, I'm choosing this because I'm karmically tied to it. It's comfortable or whatever. Not realizing that it is restrictive. It doesn't serve you. For some of you, it's practically suffocating you. So this is about being mindful, thinking about the future when we're choosing things. And look, I didn't even notice that. The key hanging off of this has a heart on it. Also, excuse the sound in the background. My AC is very loud. Next, let's move along, shall we? So I wanted to pull some from my deck, which is a past life deck. I really wanted to pull some of these because I thought that this would give us an idea as to what is coming up right now to be released. I have initiation, and I also have farm, land, and earth. When these cards come out, I get a very, almost like medieval type vibe to a past life here. And I really feel like Spirit is trying to elevate you. So whatever karmically is going on between you and another person, I do feel like it comes from some place that could be, again, either medieval, some place where there is more like simplicity. Maybe you do not have a lot of like possessions, you don't have a lot of materials. It's not very materialistic is how I want to word this. And I feel like there's a sense that you have gone through something and Spirit has elevated you, or you are working on, trying to get there. Spirit's at least trying to elevate you if you haven't felt as though you've reached that point yet. Okay? And I feel like what I'm really picking up on is that something could have happened very recently, where things between you and another individual came to a head, and this is the initiation, where they're saying, what are you bringing with you to the future? Do you want to continue this cycle? Do you want to keep doing this? This is the initiation. For some of you, the earth is just the earth element, and that you may be someone who's very connected to the earth, to the element, someone who maybe likes to ground with their bare feet. Again, there's this connection to the earth. And I think it could be, for a lot of you, it's coming through as a place where you can clear your energy. Again, grounding, clearing your mind even. Because we did have earlier that the mind was something that was coming up for you as something difficult or something you struggled with. So I really feel like the mind here. This could be the place that you go. And farm may also be that you could... I'm getting like a gardening vibe here for some of you. And so what they're telling me is that if you guys garden, or you like to garden, rather, not just doing it to do it, but I mean like if you genuinely enjoy gardening and growing things, like I feel like I'm getting this sense of like growing some like root vegetables here. Like I'm seeing beets, I'm seeing potatoes, sweet potatoes, excuse me. So that vibe with those foods is also giving me a very winter and I want to say autumn and winter type feel. So those seasons could be really important for you as well. Okay, this is very, again, like autumn and winter is also where things start to fade and things that are no longer serving us fade away, right? I always think about the leaves here because I live in New England, so I'm thinking about the leaves and the way that those die off, so that way new beautiful leaves can come through next spring, right? And the process of the leaves changing is beautiful. It's showing that there is beauty in death, so to speak, right? So I feel like, again, the gardening is coming through pretty strongly, and that might be something that resonates with you to connect you to this past life that I'm feeling that you brought this karma from. I really am getting that feel that it's almost like that is something that you should pay attention to. Like if you're really drawn to the earth, if you're really drawn to gardening, if you're really drawn to like get your hands in the dirt, to be dirty and be one with the earth, that I feel like is the connection to say, oh yes, this past life is mine. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Moving on here, I also have, we have overcoming obstacles. So go over it or around it, or just see the way through. There's a hidden path to discover. This just lines right up with everything else. And then I also have just knock. here. Okay? If the way seems closed, ask friends or influencers to open the door and let you in. I really feel like this is just saying, like, please reach out to people if you are struggling. Because I do get the sense that you're a bit stubborn here. Maybe it's just the fact that you carried a karmic connection over so many lifetimes. But I am getting the sense that you guys are pretty stubborn. And so this might be like, why can't I do this by myself? Why haven't I been able to get past this already? Why haven't I been able to end this cycle, to cut this cord, or what have you? And I feel like, again, with the mind being so problematic, that you need to understand that you sometimes cannot go at it alone. Overcoming obstacles, here. Go over it or around it, or just see the way through. There's a hidden path to discover. There's another way to go about this. And one of those quote-unquote secret ways might be that you ask your friends, that you ask someone for help, that you maybe see someone who does a cord cutting for you, or maybe you are asking for energy healing. You're booking a session with someone who can heal you energetically. Whatever it is, this is like reaching outside of the norm. It's almost like you've come to this place, what I feel like is over and over and over again. You've hit the same block, you hit the same wall, and instead of just staring at it and being like, how do I do this? Spirit's like, maybe you should try knocking on that door instead of facing the closed door. Okay? So knocking on it and see what's happening. This is almost like, instead of believing that it is this way and it's over, this is, again, power of the mind. Knock. If the way seems closed, ask someone to open the door and let you in. Sometimes just truly, which I know can be frustrating, just the intention alone can be enough to shift the energy and start getting you on the path that you need to be on. And that's just what I'm feeling for y'all right now. Okay, and then I do have a couple tarot cards here, so we're going to talk about these. The Chariot in reverse. I just hear, leave the past in the past. That's all I'm hearing here. Leave the past in the past. That simple. And then I also have 9 of Wands in reverse here as well. Okay, and then I also have the Tower. So again, what this is giving to me is the Chariot in reverse. What I always try to pay attention to are these little crescent moons here on the shoulders, because this says to me that this person is carrying the weight of their past, of their conditioning, while they are trying to move on. Okay, and then here, both of these sphinxes, it's always a weird word for me, the white and the black, talking about duality. There are some things that you can bring with you because you'll learn from them. There are some things that are going to come with you through lifetimes that, yes, you need. But there are some of them that don't serve you. You don't need to bring those with you. It's unnecessary baggage, okay? And then also this card, again, going back to the power of the mind, this card for me talks about the same thing, especially because we have the reference of the subconscious here too, all right? So this, for me, this person is not directing this chariot with any sort of like reins or anything like that. They're doing it with their mind. That's literally what this is for me. So this seriously talks about willpower and the power of the mind. Are you capable of letting the past stay in the past, leaving it as it is, being done, not carrying it with you at all anymore? Okay, that's what I feel like, because I feel like you're trying here to go forward. This is also Cancer energy here, so you might have Cancer somewhere in your chart, or the person you're dealing with also might be a Cancer, might have that in their chart. And I feel like this path for you, 9 of Wands reverse, is like you're starting to give up. And for some of you, I really hope that it's you finally just right here, right now, in this message, realizing how much resistance there is. Because on top of the 9 of Wands reverse, having the Tower in reverse, the Tower in reverse is also Aries or Scorpio energy, so one of you could have that, or both of you in your chart. This is the energy of staying somewhere far too long. This card for me, Aries being Mars energy, Scorpio being Pluto, this is begging you for transformation. Especially with this 9 of Wands reversed. It's like, I think you're slowly starting to see and feel tired. And again, you can't see clearly. You just can't. It's easier to see in your dreams. And I feel like the Tower in reverse is saying, listen, it's only a matter of time. You can either sit here at this obstacle over and over again and get nothing out of it. Or can we turn this Tower card right side up and then get some results? To be completely honest with you right here, I am going to pull another card to clarify this, because I just feel like that is necessary. What's going on here? Why are you guys stuck here? What's the problem? What's the issue with this? Okay, let's take a look. See what we can get. Tell me about the Tower reverse, please. For group 1. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oops. I almost dropped the whole deck. That would have been rough. Look at Justice in reverse. Literally on top of 9 of Wands and the Tower. Right in the middle like that. And the fact that it's turning makes me feel like you are starting to move in that direction. You're starting to get balance, justice. And because this is contracts, it is giving a very karmic vibe, okay? So this Justice card, Libra energy here, it's almost like the divine truth with this sword. It's giving Ace of Swords is trying to come out. And again, since you're having a difficult time seeing that, I think that's where the dreams come in that we discussed earlier, which was you can't see it clearly here, and Spirit's like, allow me to put it in your dreams, so that way you can see that this isn't working. Spirit's like, I'm trying to turn this whole situation around. I'm trying to move the wheel forward here, okay? You also have the Page of Wands underneath that. And this is really saying to me, like, it's time to start anew. It is time to start brand new. Some fire energy here with the Wands, okay? It's time to start brand new. The Page of Wands is also an energy of getting ready to be a student again, a learner. Any page for me is about communication. It's also about learning. You're a student again. This is also something to maybe excite you, to get the fire going in you again, spark some passion, creativity, or something like that. And I feel like it's trying to burst through here with this Justice in reverse. That's what it kind of feels like to me. It feels like we're trying to bust through this energy and create something different. And I think that if you guys don't do it soon, you might be having to deal with this Tower in reverse here, okay? So group 1, thank you so much. I hope this resonated with you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, group number 2. Thank you so much for being here. If you chose group number 2, or if you chose this beautiful, cute, very demure, very cutesy amethyst, then welcome to your reading. I'm so excited to get started. So I have some channeled messages. I'm gonna put that bad boy right there. I have some channel messages for you guys that we're gonna get into first before we do anything, okay? And let's do that. Let's go through them. I'm gonna show you on camera. You can follow along with me, okay? I'm just blocking off the other messages so we can just concentrate on yours here, all right? So here we go. Group number 2. The first thing here, hearing. So I wanted to touch on this because for group 1 and for group 3, actually, it was more of a what does this group need to know type of vibe. Whereas for you, I said, what does group 2 need to hear most right now? So with that being said, I feel like you guys learn best through hearing, or you like actually need to hear something for it to make sense. Instead of just like, what do I need to know? It's like you need to physically, actually, audibly hear something for it to sink in. Something about auditory, hearing, what have you, okay? You could also be clairaudient. That might be something that is a gift of yours as well, okay? But it's really giving, what do you need to hear? So I'm actually kind of picking up on, I think you need to have a conversation with a friend, or maybe you have had a conversation with a friend. And there's this energy of like, you need to sit down and have a conversation and just hear it from another person's mouth, like something going on like that. I don't know what that vibe is about, but so next, you can multitask very well. You are able to balance energies or elements. So I feel like you guys, there's this energy that you guys are easily able to switch between elements, being earth, air, water, fire, okay? And there's also a sense of, again, between energies, like able to balance energies. It's almost like you can balance many things at once. You are really good at multitasking, okay? You're great at it. I would say that, you know, I feel like what I would like to say is to be mindful of that. Very cutesy, very mindful. Just to not burn yourself out. But it's funny because I don't feel like I need to say that at the same time. Like, it's almost like that feels like my own thing, because I personally don't like to balance a ton of things at once. But for you guys, I really feel like you're good at it and you like it. Like, you know that you're good at it. My cat's complaining in the background. But I do feel like you guys, you're good at it, and you know that you're good at it. You know that you can do it. But again, maybe just a warning from me personally, but I don't necessarily think that you need it. I feel like I'm saying that, and you guys are like, I'll be fine. Like, for whatever reason, you guys just have, like, stamina to get shit done, and I love that, okay? Next, your wisdom draws others to you. You are grounding and reliable. So there's a lot of earth energy already because of that, okay? Even though I have strong air element here, I am picking up that earthly grounded energy because we have the wisdom here, grounding, reliable. I feel like you are just somebody who you have been around for a minute, probably a lot of lifetimes. And through that, you've learned this kind of like dance, which is how to balance those things appropriately. You might have a really strong ground clear protect game, if you will, which is that you're really great and have found a system that works for you at protecting, grounding, clearing your energy. That's just what it feels like here, okay? And your wisdom on how to do those things, it just draws people in. It's not necessarily like you gotta go out there and be like, hey guys, look what I can do. But just, again, the things that you've learned, the lessons that you've learned here, because of that, you are someone that I feel like has this like mature vibe about you, and you draw people in because of that. It's grounding because it's almost like you are there to validate others and say, totally, I've been there. I understand you, and I understand the position that you're in. And you are someone that is reliable in that way, where it's almost like, oh, group 2 will know. They'll know what to do. They'll know what we should do. They'll know where we should go or how to proceed. Like, literally, group 2 will know exactly what to do. That's just what I get with y'all, okay? Strong air element here. I was really picking that up. Like I said, it could be earth or air. Nothing crazy, all right? Because like I said, you're balancing the energies, so it's not like you have to go with like one versus the other. And you know what? I really am feeling drawn for you guys to use my dice, or rather the die that has the zodiac signs on it. Ooh, I'm really feeling that for you guys. Let's try that really quick, out of curiosity. And what do we have? Really, right now, Libra. That's perfect. I love that. Okay, and then we have a little Virgo energy. So there's the Earth, right? Okay, and then we have a little Leo. Okay, so again, a little bit of each plus the fire. I like that. And you had also a balance of different modalities, because Leo is going to be the fixed energy, Virgo is going to be mutable, and of course Libra is going to be cardinal. So again, balancing the energies and elements really well. Last but not least, going back to the wisdom here, your mission this lifetime, to heal others, because that comes naturally to you. Oh my god, this chicken scratch here. This comes very naturally to you guys. You are meant to heal other people. That's what you're doing this lifetime. It's giving very much like elder vibes. You know, you, again, come out of the woodwork when people need you. You're not pushing your beliefs or pushing your knowledge, pushing your wisdom on anyone. You're just simply existing. You are existing. Balancing the energies very well, being in the present moment. And I love that. I'm obsessed. Okay, so let's move forward, group 2. And we're going to get some cards for you. I got a mixture here. Oracle, Tarot, some of my past life deck as well that I have. We got a bunch. So let's just get right into it. So from the Shaman's Dream Oracle, I have number 9, Dances on One Foot, Balancing Act. Wow, shocking. Who could have seen that coming? And I don't know these cards. I just shuffle, face down, put them away into the corner until I'm ready, and then we look at these together, okay? So Dances on One Foot, quite literally, is the same thing as to what I was just saying about how you guys multitask and balance very well. Dances on One Foot is not about the juggling of different things and different maybe events, energies, people, whatever. This energy is that when you do so, it is a dance. Because see how this is dances? It's not juggles on one foot. This is about how each movement is very specific. It's poised, your body flows. And also, I'm getting this vibe, like this is like a lunar moth type vibe. I'm getting this vibe of like the moon and the lunar cycles might be really important for you guys, okay? And then also these flowers up here. It's giving like a lily or a tiger lily. So those can also be important to you as well. But Dances on One Foot, Balancing Act, okay? This is again, it's a dance, and you just know this dance very well. I feel like you've had it many lifetimes to understand, to get it down pat, okay? You really have done this so many times. I can't say it enough. All right, so now let's get a couple of the past life cards I got for you. So we have karmic debt, number 14. So personal power, gave away your power or control. You exerted control over others, and then also maintain personal power without taking from other people. So since this is what energy is coming up for you right now to work through, karmic debt, where have you given away your personal power? Where have you given away your power to other people? Or where have you exerted it unnecessarily? All right? So, and this is what I feel like might come from this. Like I said, this is a long time in the making. You didn't just know how to do this from the get-go. No. This took time, practice, patience. Okay? This is finesse. This is finesse. Okay? So karmic debt, exerted control over others. And what really is this like state that they're in or she's in? It's like this very poised one position, which takes control, right? So this could be that maybe in the past, whether it's this lifetime or others, even though this is a past life deck, but it could go either way, all right? Maybe you didn't know how to control yourself or your own energy. Maybe you took on too much and then we're like, I can't do this. This is too much, you know? You're juggling way too much. It's not a dance, it's a juggle. So that's kind of like the vibe I'm getting here, is that this is from a lot of lifetimes of practicing this, okay? Next, we also have Loki, timelines, trickster, and snakes. So those could be important to you. You might work with Loki, or maybe this is your sign to reach out to him if you want to work with him. Timelines. I feel like the timelines energy is focused on past lifetimes. Like, I feel like even though this is where you're at now and this is the strongest energy for me, this is kind of showing other things. Like, through different timelines, you have gone through a lot of them. You have, like, what I'm really getting is, like, you've learned the puzzle or the riddle. You've solved something. Like, it's like you really have, through this practice, you have really learned something big. It's like you figured out a piece of the puzzle that maybe many other people cannot figure out, and that's why the wisdom that you're sharing on how to balance, how to ground, how to do basically everything at once is coming from all these other timelines, where maybe it's not you that has been the trickster, but other people have bamboozled you and tricked you, okay? And so this is saying, like, you've come from a long line of timelines where you have had to do this trial and error and figure this out. You've been probably, especially with the snake energy here, deceived many a times. And this is not only about balancing and doing the dance and what have you, but this is about knowing yourself so flippin' well that you cannot be thrown off of the energy that you're in anymore. It's almost like you've risen above, especially because look at the card is the first one that we pulled here, and they're facing away. They're facing away, which to me, facing also towards the amethyst is saying power of the third eye in the mind. This is in the past. This is no longer affecting you. You have really figured out how to do this, how to not be deceived, how to pull back your own control, your own power, use it for things that are working for you. And because I was getting that vibe with the emotions and the moon, right, this is saying to me also that you've really learned yourself, your emotions, what triggers you, what excites you, what works for you in every way, shape, and form, especially because we talked about, like, balancing energies and elements. It's like the only way you can do that is knowing how each one affects you individually, and then how they all play together in a dance, right? How this affects the way you are now, how this affects the way you are now. It's like, I'm just getting the sense of like sewing something together. It's almost like you know precisely where to stitch, precisely where to put the needle, where to put the thread, and create something completely different. Like, it really feels as though you are using what you've been through, any sort of pain, deception, difficulties, whatsoever, any obstacles, and you've taken those, learned them, moved on. Literally. That's just beautiful, and I love it. Last card from the past life here, we have also dragons. Dragon priest or priestess. If you do resonate with the dragon energy, I might check out group number 1 if you feel drawn to. only because there was a card in there about dragons as well. So again, nothing really to say here. The only thing I will say is that dragons for me is a very old energy. It's a very like ancient wisdom type of energy. The dragons know, they understand. They've been here quite some time, okay? So I feel like there could be one dragon in particular, if you are drawn to them, that stands out more than the others. That is the one for you, okay? I'm guessing, if I just had to guess, I would say it's probably a dragon that is connected with ancient wisdom, one that is very knowledgeable, that is giving very elder vibes. So it's probably a very old dragon at that, okay? So coming up next, which I'm really excited about here, I love this deck. It's called Sacred Soul Portals. If you guys want to grab it online for yourself, I believe I got this on Etsy actually. It's so cool. I love this deck. Okay, so we have a couple different things. We have 4 cards. Now, I didn't set limits. I just said, Spirit, what do we need to know? What do we need to hear? And this is what I got, all right? So, number 1, sudden strike. You get some shocking news, but not to worry. The universe is taking care of you always. So, I really feel like there's almost like this challenge where something is going to try to throw you off. And maybe whatever that energy is, could be a person, could you, I don't know, a circumstance, it could be anything, okay? Take it as it resonates. This could be something that happens to you in your life, okay? And you're like, oh my God, that's a new one. How am I gonna do that? How am I gonna do that? I feel like it's meant to throw you off, but I just don't feel like you're challenged by that. I really do feel like that you're just like, all right, like again, the universe is taking care of you always. I feel like you're like, okay, like I have the tools, a very earthly energy here, okay? I have the tools. I'm not going to panic. I know my emotions well enough that I don't need to panic. I have the ancient wisdom here, okay? I have the ancient wisdom here. I know where my power lies. I'm not going to let this throw me off course. You're not going to let this be the thing that destroys your balancing act, throws you off balance. You're just not. Holding space. Make room for the magic to happen by clearing out any doubts from your mind. I'm going to layer these so that way we can see them a little more clearly. There we go. And then I also have Ring of Fire here. All right, so you are being challenged to stand up for yourself and those you love while the heat is on. I feel like this connects directly to this karmic debt number 14, which is that where have you exerted control over other people and exerted control in a way that does not serve them. This is like you exerted your control for maybe selfish reasons that had nothing to do with them and everything to do with you. It feels like an egoic thing, if that makes sense here. Very ego here with this whole situation. Where did I exert control over other people to better suit my needs, regardless of what they needed? And here you are. Ring of Fire makes me feel like you're in the center of something. You're in the center of something. I really feel like you could be where the fire is headed. Like what's that? In the line of fire is what I'm getting. Okay, so you could be where that fire is headed and you're in the midst of that. And people are kind of looking to you, or you're the one that is that elder that has to stand up for those people, the underdogs. And you have to be the one to say, nope, not today. No way. And so now you're standing up for those people that you love with this energy in mind instead, okay? That balancing act, that wisdom that we have. You know yourself so well. You know yourself. You're not going to let this trigger you. You're not going to let it bother you, whatever it is. This is also giving very Tower moment, which also came out in group number 1, ironically enough. So again, you're being challenged to stand up for yourself and those you love while the heat is on, okay? Clear out any doubts from your mind, because I feel like this is trying to shake you and you can't let it. You've worked too hard to be where you're at. You have done this. It's almost like if there's any doubts in your mind about whatever's coming up for you to release, there should be no doubts. You have done this so many times, there are no doubts. And if those doubts are coming up, I can guarantee you they're coming from another person's influence and not because of you. Okay? So you're now standing tall in front of other people, being like, I'm going to be the one that kind of takes this hit or takes this sacrifice, or maybe rather sacrifices in general, to support those I love. And that is what I think that now in this lifetime you feel is necessary because of what's happened here in the past. You know what it's like to be deceived. You're not going to do that to other people. No matter how difficult it is, you are that person that stands tall and faces head on this Ring of Fire. That's you. That's you right there. Look at you. That's you. That's you, group 2. Look at you. Nothing's going to shake you from what is happening in your life now or what is to come, okay? This also, I don't think I mentioned this before, but energy is fluid. This could be past, present, or future, although the intention of this reading was to see what is coming up right now for you to hear, okay? So, could be past, present, future. Take that as it resonates. The last portal card we have is Wheel of Fate. You are taking risks that could pay off, but know that there is success even in failure. Again, this is so many lifetimes of wisdom. And also the Wheel of Fate makes me feel like you know that no matter what decision you make, you are making the right one. Because it's not about right or wrong choices. It is quite literally about just making a choice. That's what this is. It's just about making a choice. That's it. And you know that if you quote unquote fail, you're learning something. And if you're not, then, you know, you're moving on to the next thing. And maybe you learn something there, or maybe you learn, hey, I have to leave this behind, that's not working, right? You're not failing, you're learning something. And that is something that comes from wisdom. This Wheel of Fate too, like giving very Wheel of Fortune, is saying there are things already set in place in your life. And I just feel like there's so much strength, so much wisdom. You have been through it. You've done it in past lives where you've just overcome over and over. Now is the lifetime in which you guys are meant to rest. You are meant to protect your peace. You are meant to be in a place of peace and serenity, calmness, quiet, joy. You are meant to live a life of peace. Okay? You are taking risks that could pay off. I don't intuitively feel like they're risks. They may look like them, but I feel like underneath is not, because it's like Ring of Fire, so much aggressive energy here with the fire, and then you have Wheel of Fate. You know what, just out of curiosity, I kind of want to pull a tarot card for the Wheel of Fate, and because it is giving very Wheel of Fortune, so I'm kind of curious if we pull a card for that, what will come out. You're taking risks that could pay off. What are those risks, Spirit, for group 2? What are those risks? Oops. Oh, we got 2. All right, what are those risks, Spirit? Let's see what's up. So, first of all, the OCD in me is like, excuse me? No, stay in your lane. All right. We have 7 of Wands and you have Ace of Swords, baby. So, what I'm really getting with this is that there is something that you're overcoming right now that probably has a lot to do with either, again, your image, which could relate back to if you've exerted power over other people, in a more selfish or egotistical type of way, okay? This is defending the truth. So I feel like what's being challenged right now is whatever you're doing, whatever these risks are, it could possibly negatively affect your image or your reputation in some type of way. But I feel like no matter what, this is the ignoring what others are thinking, what others are feeling or perceiving or what have you, and this is doing it anyway. No matter what people think of you, you're going to do the right thing. That's the type of person you are. And this could mean so many things for so many different people. But I really feel like this is talking about you will have to defend your position, or you will have to defend this. I feel like a lot of this truth as well, like with this Ace of Swords, is coming from Spirit. So I feel like there could be people challenging you in the sense of your gifts or your abilities by being like, yeah, you don't really talk to Spirit, like relax. Or like, yeah, you don't really do that. You're not really XYZ, whatever your title is. Especially if you're someone who is intuitive or who does this for other people, okay? So if you are someone who is like, what I'm getting with you guys really is this like very spiritual type of vibe with this group. Like you guys are probably tarot readers, energy healers, psychics. I'm also getting really strong like clairvoyance. And so I feel like what's happening right now is a lot of people questioning your abilities or questioning what you're capable of. Like, and again, in a way of being like, oh, you can't really do that. And you do have this committed group of people, whether it's an online community, whether it's friends, family, whatever. I feel like you guys have people that thoroughly believe in what you do, 110%, and they know. And that's because you guys are on the same frequency and on the same level. But there are going to be people who try to throw you off your rocker when you step forward with the power that you have, with the wisdom that you have, and they're going to try to say that that's not true and that you're not real, you're not authentic, you're not genuine. And I feel like something about that is just going to bother you. So again, I think this is going back to here. Make room for the magic to happen by clearing out any doubts from your mind. This is where the doubts come into play. Do not let other people make you think to yourself, wait, are they right? Can I do that? Am I lying to people? That's imposter syndrome. Through and through, that's imposter syndrome. And you're going to stand up for yourself. You're going to stand up for those who are standing up for you. This is like real big community vibes I'm getting. It's very like mentor, guru, some sort of spiritual like leader. I think you guys really are a leader in some sort of spiritual type of environment. Okay, and we do have a couple more tarot cards that came out as well earlier that I haven't even gotten to yet, so let's get to those. Oh, and I just saw 2323 when I looked at the timer. So 5s or the number 23 could be really important for you. So I have, look at that, 6 of Wands here. Like, are you flippin' joking me? 6 of Wands. Success, and also success when it comes to other people. So again, I feel like, and look at this too, 6 and 7 of Wands. In tarot, the 6 of Wands is accomplishing something and accomplishing that with an audience. People are watching you be successful, I think, group 2, and that is what is causing this. So, be really mindful. Be really mindful of who you share your news with, who you share your energy with, who you share your time with, because I feel like you want to help everyone. Because again, it's giving very mentor, guide, guru, whatever. Be really flippin' mindful. Yeah, I'm so for real with that. Be so mindful. Because I really feel like people see you, and then you have 7 of Wands, which is defending your position, defending your success, defending what's going on here. Okay? It's really weird, and I just don't like it. And so it's kind of giving like an evil eye type of energy, which is why I'm saying you don't need to tell everyone everything. Some shit, just keep to yourself. I don't know why I'm out here trying to censor myself from saying the F word, and then I say that anyways. Well, whatever. Anyways, so, and then also with this, look at this horse too. Look at the vibe going on with this horse. It's like, it's almost like I feel like you have some sort of guide or other person. Oh, let me tune into this really quickly. Yeah, the horses might be really important to you, or horses might be the way that when they show up, you know that one of your guides or even like loved ones who has become a guide for you is showing up, and I feel like they're watching your back. That's what I feel like this is. I can't get over how I feel looking at this card. That's what I feel like this is. You have a guide or someone in spirit watching your back, looking out for you at all times. Because I feel like this guide or this person in spirit or what have you knows how hard you've worked to get there and how much you deserve that. Whatever that success is for you with the 6 of Wands. They know how hard you work to get here and how much you're not trying to have anyone disturb your peace. And so this person is trying to watch out for you. And I feel like if they're watching out for you, they're doing it in a way that you're not entirely like cognizant of or conscious of. You don't see it in front of you. It's like this person has like, or this guide, this part of your spirit team, whomever this is, has ways of protecting you from things that harm you. This is like the ultimate protection, especially because the horse is white. It's just giving, whether it's protected by the universe, right? Because we had this card up here that talked about the universe protecting you always, no matter what challenges came your way. But this is, again, whether it's the universe as a whole, whether it's a specific person, a specific spirit guide you have, they're not gonna let anything bad happen to you. They're already like looking out for people trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to get ahead of the game. They're like, that person's suspicious. And it's almost like if you see people just dropping out of your life, like left and right, just like dropping like flies, it's because this energy is trying to clear the path for you. And it's almost like you are just such a sensitive, cute, like, I just want to give you a hug. I just want to give you a hug. I just want to be friends with you. Like, I just want to give you a flippin' hug. And I feel like that energy is like, you are too pure for this shit to happen to you. But there is some lesson that you need to learn through this process, okay? So you will at some point have to defend this, okay? And then I have the 3 of Wands here, more Wands energy. All right, more Wands energy. I also have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So we have 2 aces. I need you to know how rare that is, to get an ace and then to get another one. It's a really rare occasion, okay? So getting this Ace of Wands in reverse, excuse me. I really feel like this energy here is saying that, again, it's like something does not get off the ground, or something here doesn't almost like play out the way that you want, because 3 of Wands is talking about that conscious choice. It's the next action step that you take. So this is knowing between these 3 which ones you want, knowing that it's gonna come to you. You know that you're guided, you know you're protected, and you know that things come to you because you believe that you deserve those things. Like, you don't let things block you anymore because of all the lessons that you've learned, that ancient wisdom. You understand how to use your mind properly. Hence why I was like, the doubts thing is crazy. I don't think you might have very many of those, but if you do, again, don't let people get in your head. You've done so much to get here, okay? So it's almost like when things don't pan out, you look at things as, okay, what am I not seeing? So if you see a challenge here, you're not going to look at this and necessarily let it get you down, but it is going to make you think, am I XYZ? Have I overlooked this? Should I be doing XYZ more? You know what I'm saying? It's challenging you to look at yourself in a different way, which I think is going back to this karmic debt number 14, but it's not taking you off balance. Do you understand what I'm saying here, group 2? Okay. And the last card being the Devil card, that was the very last one. I do want one more clarifying card here, because like, well, what do you mean? The Devil card here talks about, what are you attached to? What are you resisting? Okay, it's where there's restriction because of comfortability. And look at this, it's just your spiritual practice. That's what this is. It's your spiritual practice. That is too many cards, but do know that one of them is the King of Swords, okay? This is your spiritual practice. If anything, I think the resistance is that when this happens and challenges you, Spirit is saying, go within. Look within, because you know that you're always divinely protected. Oh my God. Divinely protected, divinely guided. I can't speak. Is Mercury retrograde done, or is it just me? So anyways, the Hierophant here, some Taurus energy, Capricorn energy here as well, some more air energy, and then wands, a lot of fire, being Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And we had Leo earlier. We had Leo and we had Libra, among others. What was it? Virgo. So this is saying, Spirit here is like, your challenge here is to go within. That's where there's restriction. Do not be so rigid in your beliefs or your spiritual practice that you're unable to see other things. But again, let it guide you, let it shift you, let it move you. Let Spirit take you to where you're meant to go, okay? And then again, one more card from the top here, because I was curious. We got 6 of Cups. Again, and 6 of Cups is all about your emotions, and we talked about that before, right? This is mastery of your emotions. 6 is being balance, because after this becomes 7 of Cups, which is a bit confusing. It's overwhelming. Here is like, this is what works for me. This is what's always worked for me. It can sometimes be like a karmic connection, but it doesn't necessarily have to be bad. It could also be soulmates, right? So again, this is like how I used to deal with something, or how I used to deal with people. And I feel like in order for you to be the leader that you want to be, that you're portraying to other people, you do need maybe your emotions challenge or your beliefs, because the Hierophant is just talking about your higher connection to Spirit, to God, to whatever. Okay, this is also kind of like an initiation card as well. This is Spirit saying like, hey, dive a little bit deeper and see what you can find. Don't let it shake you, but maybe your resistance is you need to get back into your spiritual game, whatever that might be for you. Okay, so I'm gonna end this right here, guys. I love you so very much. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope it resonated. Hope you enjoyed. I love you endlessly, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hi, group number 3. So excited that you're here. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I appreciate it. I love y'all so much. Thank you for being here. If you chose group number 3, or you chose, whoa, someone's beeping real loud in the background. I feel like that's Spirit's way of being like, hey, listen up. Wow, that was pretty aggressive. I don't know if you could hear it or not, but it was really loud. Or if you chose this cute little crystal to what I think might be like a garnet of some kind. I'm not 100% sure. As I said, I can't remember. But this is your reading, babe. All right, let's get into it, shall we? Alrighty, so first and foremost, I am just gonna push these little bad boys over here, and then we're gonna get into some channel messages that I have for you guys, okay? I'm gonna show you right here on screen so you can follow along. All right, goo number 3. I was really smelling salt water. It was giving beach or lake, something like that. Really feeling like the air was cleaner is how I wanted to word it. I felt like I could finally breathe, like just like this big belly breath. And I was really tuning in to, like I got this vision of the lungs, like expanding fully over and over. It just felt like you could finally breathe again, okay? So big on that. I love that as an ocean girly myself, a beach girly. And then the focus being on the lungs and the breath relates to letting go. So that for me is saying that if you feel like you're having trouble breathing, or you feel like you need to focus on breath work, or you feel like you need to maybe work on letting some things go, I think those are all connected and they're all related. The lungs do usually represent the ability for you to let go, to release, to forge a new relationship with something. And it's like, in order for you to take a breath, what do you need to do first, right? We need to first exhale, and then we inhale. So I feel like this is just saying, like, hey, if you are feeling like you can't breathe, there's some chest pain, or like it feels restrictive or something like that, like in the chest and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, that is the energy of, hey, are you holding on to something that you don't need to anymore, that you shouldn't be, that's not working for you? A lot of green or nature energy. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. A little earth energy there. And then also I saw a broom and someone sweeping. All right, so again, and then I heard out with the old, in with the new. So this is removing anything that's not serving you, and I think this goes right back to the whole thing with letting go. And I have no further words on that, honestly, guys. I feel like it's super self-explanatory here with this group. Out with the old, in with the new. Spirit's trying to tell you that what you got coming up right now is a new chapter. Release anything that's not serving you because we're moving on. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Hold on, let me take a sip of my beverage. Alrighty. All right, let's get straight into this. We got a bunch of different cards here. So for the Oracle cards, I did not intend to pull 3 of these bad boys for y'all, but I guess it's your lucky day because we got 3, okay? So I'm gonna pull them out here in the order in which they came out. So 16, bringing it down to a 7. We have empty well, time to replenish. And I think that's because of the fact that it is time for a brand new chapter, like you just saw in those messages, right? Time for a brand new chapter. Empty well also speaks of where have you completely depleted yourself for somebody else, for something else. Stop doing that. That's why you need to replenish. It's saying, where are you giving away all of your energy? You don't have any left, and that should be a sign that you shouldn't do that anymore. Okay? The broom, the sweeping, out with the old, in with the new. You can't do that until you first have to sit here and be like, wow, I'm empty. I have nothing left to give. And that really needs to change. Okay? Next one, number 10, or breaking down to a 1, depending on which way you want to look at it. Deep diver, diving into a task. It's interesting because I relate the both of these to water here for you guys, okay? These are both water related. So, and then repairing the veil, number 45, breaking down to a 9. So if you want to look at it this way, you got 9 and 10. Repairing the veil and forgiveness, okay? So this to me, right off the bat, is feeling like, so deep diver also, diving into a task. That is an energy of look below the surface. And I feel like these are connected in a way to say, if your energy is depleted, why? When you are around certain people, do you feel like your energy is depleted? What's the deeper reason behind that? What's the deeper reasoning behind this whole empty well, deep diver situation? Okay? I feel like Spirit's saying if your well is empty, if you're giving all your energy, your power, your time, whatever, away to somebody else or something else, it's what I'm hearing is like, take a look around. Stop what you're doing, take a look around. Because diving into a task is talking about what lies beyond the surface. And to not hesitate. So if you find yourself, for instance, just the easiest way to give an example here, hanging around a certain person or with a certain person, and you're like, wow, every time I come home after that, I feel drained. After I'm around them, I feel awful. I don't like the way that I feel. Spirit's like, why is that? And once you realize, like, this person is not, or the situation is not giving me what I need, there's no reciprocity, I am just emptying my cup, no one is trying to refill mine, and Spirit's like, hey, don't hesitate to say, you know what, that's enough for me, I think. That's enough for me. I'm not going to do that anymore. I feel like it's just realizing here that you need to replenish yourself, that you need to be rejuvenated. Like, you can't be giving away everything to everyone and not filling up your own cup, okay? And then you also have repairing the veil. Repairing the veil is actually about oneness, about unity. It's about realizing that when we hurt somebody else, we really hurt ourselves. And I feel like you are learning that in a way that I get this vibe that y'all are people pleasers. Because all I'm hearing is like, oh, I just want like love and like to love other people, and you know what I mean? Like, I just want to basically give other people this type of energy, and Spirit's like, yeah, that's great and everything, but I think what they're trying to get you to understand and to learn is that sometimes you're not going to get that back. And this is saying that, again, in those situations, to just lovingly send those people energy and say, you know what, I'm not going to stoop down to that level, I'm just going to let these people go. And also the unity that comes with this is about knowing that you're always connected to Spirit as well. You're never alone in your decisions. I really feel like you guys are stressed about something, like making a specific decision, now that I've said that. I feel like you're stressing about it, and Spirit's like, I'm always with you. I'm always with you. I will always be there to guide you. We are not separate. We are together. We are one. If there is something that you are hesitating on, Deep Diver also talks about diving directly into a task, no matter what it is. This card heavily talks about not letting obstacles get in your way. You already know what you need to do, so do it. That's that card. Okay? You are one with Spirit. You can use Spirit to replenish, to fill your well. Okay? And when things leave you also, I just have to say that, when things end, it is not a sign that you are losing something. It is a sign that Spirit is opening up the energy to allow for something better. And I feel like that's what you need to look at here as well. If you are losing something, if it's not serving you, if it's causing you pain, are you really losing something? You know what I'm saying? Are you really losing something? I feel like the sense that you need to just switch directions, change courses really fast, dive right in, here. And that process allows you to see how connected you are to everything, including Spirit. And I feel like I have to say that, again, you are never alone, you are never separate, and you are connected, you are one. You share that same, like, cosmic makeup, okay? All right, coming up next here, we got some past life cards. Oh my goodness, get out of town right now. Not the light codes card. This just even backs it up more, okay? And then you also have artist over here as well. So you could be someone, I'm getting very much with this artist card. Water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And then you also have, oh my God, Lemuria. Stop it. Stop it. I kind of want to roll the die here to get some zodiac signs, because it really is giving like the water energy here. Look, empty well, deep diver, so water, artist to me is water. Light codes is giving very much like water or air to me. And Lemuria too, honestly. Okay, let's roll the die and see what we get here. Okay, so we got Leo. Ooh, Gemini. Okay, this isn't what I thought it was gonna be. Oops. And Aries over here. Okay. So you guys really have not what I thought with the signs. Oh, there's the Cancer. All right, cool. So we get a little mix of everything, but it really is giving water. And so maybe if you have a lot of fire and stuff in your chart, this is just gonna be a way for you to be like, oh, okay, maybe I need to focus more on the water, on, again, replenishing my energy or focusing on my emotions or anything water related. I think it's just the artistic vibe here, light codes, artist, Lemuria, it's giving very healer, which I kind of felt like anyway, because again, I feel like it's very people-pleasing, right? When you're emptying your well for other people and you're so connected to source, you're so connected to Spirit, like you are just healing by being around. Light codes too could be very specific. It could be Lemurian light codes, okay, because these are past lives, so I feel like you carry those with you always, and maybe you express that through art. If you are someone who's artistic, you express this Lemuria energy, the light codes that you have through your art. You might even be someone who maybe draws or writes like intuitively and then creates art out of that. Your artwork, literally what I'm feeling here, carries the energy of something incredibly healing and otherworldly. So if you are an artist making art and you're like, should I dive into this because what I'm doing now at work, like I said, empty well, right? What I'm doing at work isn't giving me what I need. Should I dive into this? Spirit's like, yes, we got you. We got you, yes. You're healing people with that art if you are making art. Okay, and that's from your past lives in Lemuria, where there were, I believe they were one of like the original healers here. Lemurian people were very like, it was very heart-centered, heart chakra. They cared deeply about others, very spiritually connected. These were healers at their core, okay? So make sure that while you're healing other people, again, you're not emptying your well. That's what's important, okay? All right, moving on. We got some sacred portals or sacred soul portal cards. That's what this deck looks like here. Beautiful. I got it on Etsy. I tell everyone about it. I'm like, look at this deck. I love it. All right, so we have passage. In the moment between going from one place to another, you taste the sweetness of life. Okay? I feel like Spirit's asking you to slow down so you can see something. That's like literally all I get from this. And that moon there too, beautiful. I really feel like this is, again, it's giving an eclipse, so I'm just getting that really strongly. You guys might have had a really eventful eclipse season. The last eclipse, I'm not sure which ones. I think it was Aries and Libra were the last eclipses. Y'all might have had an interesting time, okay? I feel like here with this energy, it's almost like it's illuminating something that otherwise would be dark, would not be known. Because realistically here too, dark, 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 and then we move into the light. It gets brighter here. You have the sun here, dark, dark, and then you have light codes coming out right after the light. Okay? But yeah, oh my goodness. You taste the sweetness of life. I'm obsessed. And then we have making magic. Okay? Butterflies could be really important to you here. They could be a symbol for something. Whatever you touch turns to gold and you manifest like the powerhouse you truly are. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. This is beautiful. Look at how many cards you're in the dark here. There's this tiny little light being emitted. I think you are that light for so many other people. But like, how are you going to find your way if you spread that to everyone else and you have none left for yourself? But look at this. Dark, 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 dark. Stargate. You visit other dimensions in your dreams and bring back higher wisdom to share. I think this goes hand in hand with the Lemuria. Yeah, I'm putting this one over here with Lemuria because, I mean, come on right now. And again, darkness except for the Stargate, okay? One last one, perspective. Talking to others and getting out of your bubble will help you see things differently. So if there is something, again, that you are stagnant on, you're not sure if you should dive head first, look at all the dark colors and dark themes too, except for these. That's insane to me, okay? I feel like you guys need to believe in yourselves and believe in your connection to spirit a little bit more. That's what I feel like needs to happen here. I feel like you need something very specific. Like, I'm getting this feeling of like you need a specific sign, which might be butterflies for some of you. You need something specific to come through for you to believe in spirit, for you to believe in your power, for you to believe what you're capable of. Like, I just get this feeling of like you inherently are gifted with the Lemuria here. You are inherently a healer. That is your path. That is your path right here. You're a healer. Lemuria, the light codes, artist, you are sharing something with people through your art. And for some of you, it just is the artwork and it has your energy in it. And for others of you, those light codes, Lemuria, that connection there, it's like that's in your artwork. It's like you're sharing something with the world here. Look at this. You visit other dimensions in your dreams, you bring back higher wisdom. And I think, if anything, you could be downloading those light codes in your dreams, unaware that that's even happening for you. Okay, so if you're stuck on what should I do with something, with anything in your life, should I follow this artist career? Should I cut off this person? And again, if you're connected to people who are draining you, you can't tap into your creativity, to your passion and those things because you're blocked. You're blocked. Look at all this darkness. Look at all this darkness. Whatever you touch turns to gold. You guys are more than capable, and I think sometimes you feel like you need this thing to prove it to you. You need a specific sign. Like, I feel like you guys see something and you might kind of shove it away because your energy is elsewhere. You're not seeing it like that. You're like, yeah, but like, you know, butterflies are common, for instance. You know, and for what it's worth, monarch butterflies specifically, 555, not popular. Like, not, like, I believe I was reading an article the other day about them too, about how they're just, they're not, what's the word I'm looking for? They're more like endangered, right? So it's like butterflies, depending on what they are, if it's a monarch one specifically, not super common, okay? Rare. So when you see those things, believe them for what they are. I feel like it's like when you're connecting to spirit, speaking from my experience, is that you have to take the first thing that comes to mind every time, always. What comes to mind first? That's the answer. What do you see first, right? And look, you got so many symbols here with the butterfly. This is also, again, higher knowledge for me, even though this one is too, right? Higher knowledge with the eye. This is giving third eye for me, connected to spirit, okay? You have jellyfish over here as well. I'm just getting this sense of needing to like purge emotionally because it's taking up space. It's taking up space. Replenishing your well. That might include cleansing your energy. Are you holding on to other people's emotions? Because if you are meant to be a healer, you already are doing it, whatever the case, then you're constantly connected to other people's energy, okay? And look at this. Talking to others and getting out of your bubble will help you see things differently. Spirit's like, hey, if you can't make this choice, other people see what you are capable of. Other people see this. So if you have somebody that is maybe also connected or also intuitive or whatever, be like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this situation here? And I guarantee you that person's gonna be like, yeah, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Absolutely. And going back to the unity here with repairing the veil, this is like, yeah, you're always connected. The signs that you're seeing are signs. It's not just a bunch of BS. You're seeing the symbolism, the jellyfish, the butterflies, the full moon. Like, you're seeing these things for a reason. I feel like, again, you just need someone to be like, hey, what are you doing? You know what I mean? You need someone maybe to just show that to you so you can see a bit more clearly, okay? Earlier, while I was shuffling some tarot cards, this stuck out to me so bad, so I had to just take it. I was like, I'm not even gonna shuffle. This is coming with me. High Priestess, are you flipping kidding me right now? Okay, this is giving me also Pisces vibes, like Pisces Queen, okay? So you might have Pisces somewhere in your chart, and I'm also, again, I know Cancer came out on the die, and we got some more fire signs, but I'm really feeling Cancer energy too. I'm feeling that really, really, really strongly, okay? So it doesn't have to be, but it is coming through to me, so I'm going to mention it, okay? So the High Priestess there, number one, that one I did choose. That was the one that I chose specifically because I kept seeing it at the bottom of the deck, and I'm like, I'm taking this. I'm so drawn to this. So again, very connected. And if this is not you being connected, I do get a vibe that for some of you, this is a guide. This is a guide or someone trying to be like, listen to me, wake up, come on. And I feel like they're trying to like lure you into something. And that's why I think they're sending you signs. Someone is trying to send you signs to be like, listen. Like, and I get the sense to, man, you know what? Pocahontas is coming through really strongly right now. I would say if you like that movie, to give it a watch for the symbolism. Because I'm getting the sense of like listening to the wind. Like I'm hearing all the colors of the wind. So the air element or just like the wind in general, like listening. I feel like Spirit's trying to get you to tune in with the subtleties of nature, with the divine. But you're just so, I feel like you have some maybe self-esteem issues or confidence issues where you don't believe that you're as capable as you are. You don't believe that you're as powerful as you are. And hence the people pleasing. Over here, empty well, deep dive, or deep diver. I feel like this is like, we need you to adapt. You have so much to give to other people. Don't let them take it from you, okay? Don't let people who aren't worth it, rather, take from you. Replenish. Give yourself what you need first and come back. That's not selfish. It is not selfish for you to get what you need and come back later, okay? It's not. Okay, we have 7 of Cups in reverse here as well. Look at that. So more water energy. Who would have thunk it? Not me. 7 of Cups here, and then I also have this energy here, apparently, of the Queen of Swords in reverse. Ooh, that's really interesting. Okay, and then I also have, ooh, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Oh, I love that card too. Wheel of Fortune is like my jam. That's my card. I just love it. King of Cups. All right, so listen, water again. We're doing water again, bestie. King of Cups, very specifically, could be Scorpio, but it is any sign, any water sign, okay? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Water, 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 water. Just can't get enough of the water. So, really what I'm feeling here for you guys, okay? I feel like I can't get away from her stare. I feel like you are very divinely connected to the feminine, to the divine, to spirit. And I think that is stemming from Lemuria and those light codes. And again, artists, art in general, very feminine vibe there with creativity. Okay? I'm just getting this vibe that someone is guiding you here. Someone is guiding you here. Yeah, I'm seeing someone like call like a puppy. Like the puppy's distracted. Could be because of the Seven of Cups in reverse here. There's too many things you can't see clearly. You can't even feel clearly because this is your emotions. You can't tell what's right for you, what's wrong for you, what works for you, what doesn't. It's way too overwhelming. It's just way too overwhelming. And I feel like when you think about things, if this is work or job or like vocation related, you're like, I don't know what to do. You're like, I know what I want the goal to be, even if it's not career related. I know what I want the goal to be, which is to heal people, Lemuria. I want to heal people. I want to do something important here. I think, at least, art is very important because it strikes emotions within people, brings things to the surface. And that is what's important. It gives you a different perspective. And maybe your art with the light codes does provide people with a different perspective as well, right? And that was a card we had under here, too. Perspective. Okay? So I feel like this is your guides or spirit, the universe, what have you, going, hey, trying to get like a puppy's attention. Puppy's looking around at everything else, being like, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everything is new and exciting. Oh my God, I'm really overwhelmed. I'm overstimulated. And Spirit's like, pay attention to me. They're trying to be like I literally am hearing it. I'm hearing like okay, come on. Look at me. Come on, come over here. Like, that's what I feel like. They're trying to lure you in. Again, butterflies, jellyfish, the moon, all that stuff. They're trying to lure you into them to be like, aren't you seeing the signs? Like, it feels like you're missing the phone call. They're like, yeah, didn't you see all those numbers I sent you? Didn't you see all those signs and symbols I sent you? Like, what are you, blind? I don't think Spirit's talking smack to you, but my spirit team does, but yours might be different. Anyways, you are really, though, getting overwhelmed. And I feel like that's maybe why you need to talk to someone else, because you need someone else with that perspective card to shed some light on the situation here. Because again, dark, 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 dark. Look at all the darkness. It's like Spirit's like, you need a different perspective. You need someone else to be like, hey, listen, go with what your heart wants. Go with what you feel. Don't worry about anything else. Don't worry about the people pleasing. Is so-and-so going to like it? Are they not going to like it? Or like if you have to cut people out of your life to be able to achieve your goals. Listen, it just is what it is. I feel like I need to tell you that too, to be like, hey, don't worry about that stuff, please, okay? It's not doing you any good. If you're even having the thought of, I need to release someone or something, it's coming through for a reason. Listen to that, okay? Seven of Cups reverse always is this notion to me of like, okay, I need to start listening and going within so I can hear. So I can hear, more so with the third eye, right? So I can hear, okay? Queen of Swords in reverse too. I kind of really feel like this has to go here for some reason, because I feel like this is something coming in to try to distract you. I feel like this is maybe other people and you're listening to what other people have to say, what other people are telling you to do, like I said, right? So don't listen to other people, listen to yourself. What does your heart say? What does your body say? What does your intuition tell you? Queen of Swords reverse makes me feel like people are coming at you being like, well, what I would do is, and it's like, yeah, but you're not coming from the same place. Those people have different lives, different experiences, different past lives even. Their missions in this world are different. This almost makes me feel like these people don't even know what they want, is how I feel like I have to say this. These people don't even know what they want. So why the flip, why the fudge would you listen to what these people have to say? They're not going to steer you in the right direction. Let it go. Let it go. It doesn't matter. Again, there's such strong people-pleasing tendencies here for me, okay? Wheel of Fortune reverse says, hey, listen, some of these things are out of your control. There's nothing you can do, right? It's like you can't necessarily be like, snap, and those things are solved for you. No one's going to be able to say, yeah, you should definitely be an artist. And no one's going to be able to say, hey, yeah, you should definitely get rid of those people. You should definitely clear space. You know, it's like whatever is happening, you have to be the one to make those choices, because Wheel of Fortune reverse says there are other factors at play. This is something that you need to handle, that you need to work through, that you need to go through. It has to be you, because that's a part of the process, is for you to come to that conclusion and therefore make your energy stronger, or for you to learn a specific lesson. This is also Wheel of Fortune ruled by Jupiter, okay? This is a Jupiter card, Sagittarius and Pisces energy, again. So Jupiter for me is expansion, but when this is in reverse, it says that expansion is within. It's deepening your spiritual practice, or maybe working on your boundaries. This is about replenishing, again, yourself and your well. Expansion inward on a soul level in a spiritual way. Okay? These already, again, factors at hand here that have nothing to do with you. It's already set in motion. You're the only one that's going to know the right decision to make. You cannot rely on other people. So if you're the one that is like delaying or procrastinating because you're like, I don't know what to do, Spirit's like, take something and dive. Go, bestie. Jump off the diving board. Just go. And then you also have King of Cups here, and I feel like the way this is coming through to me is almost like these like Seven of Cups, this Queen of Swords energy is like, it's trying to part way for you to be seen by these people, right? I feel like this is you, the King of Cups. You don't have to be, it doesn't matter, male, female, masculine, feminine, it doesn't matter, okay? King of Cups here is someone who is artistic, poetic, connected with the feminine energy, okay? So this for me, regardless of gender, is saying that you embody all these qualities. This is you, babe. This is you. And then Spirit's almost like trying to clear out these distractions and be like, look at me. Going back to the puppy. Look at me. Come on, look at me. So it's almost like you're dealing with something that is really possibly going to change the next season of your life, the trajectory of your life even. It's something that's going to provide a lot of value for you. And Spirit's like, I'm trying to get through to you so that way, you know, you're doing the right thing so I can support you in the way that you need to be supported. Okay? I'm going to leave it here for you guys. This was a lot. This was definitely a lot. But I have faith that you guys will do the right thing, that you'll make the right choices, and that you will be on the right path no matter what you choose. Okay? Thank you so much, Group 3. I love you so dearly. Thank you for being here. Hope it resonates, and I'll see you next time. Bye.